I thought I had asthma. I was wrong. It was the summer of 1996. I was 10 years old, backpacking with my dad and brothers in the eastern Idaho mountains. The views were stunning, but I couldn't breathe. I dropped to the trail, dizzy, crying, gasping for air. They told me it was asthma, but they were wrong. Let's become more aware together. Back then, I had no idea what a panic attack was, but the signs were already there. My backpack was 20 pounds, reasonable by outdoor standards, but for a 10-year-old boy with a little extra weight and a big imagination, it felt crushing. As we climbed higher, I remember feeling winded, but it wasn't just the air. I felt fear creeping in. The what-ifs started spiraling. What if I couldn't make it back? What if I passed out on that trail? What if I died out there? By the time we reached the upper lake, my breathing had turned frantic. I dropped to the ground, crying, certain I was suffocating. My dad said it was probably asthma. We took breaks, I eventually recovered, but the fear never really left. 9 months later, a different setting. Our baseball coach made us run after practice. I was already winded, trying to keep up. Then it happened again. Chest tight, breath shallow, vision narrowing. But I finished the lap. Mr. Rodriguez even praised me for pushing through. To everyone else, I looked like a kid out of shape, toughing it out. Inside, I was terrified. Third time's a charm? No, more like a pattern. On a Boy Scout hike, we were supposed to take a short walk to the camp. But the teens leading us didn't know the trail, and we got lost. And like clockwork, the tears, the breathlessness, the rising panic. 3 times, different places, same storm inside. For years, I thought I had some sort of low-grade asthma. And maybe I did. But what no one recognized and what I didn't have the words for was that this was panic. Let's look at what was really going on. On the left, we have asthma attacks. They involve bronchoconstriction, wheezing, coughing. They're often triggered by allergens, infections, or exercise. If untreated, they can be fatal. On the right, panic attacks. No wheezing, no inflammation, but still tightness in the chest, often triggered by avoidance or traumatic memories. They feel fatal, but they're not. And in the middle, sudden onset, chest tightness, shortness of breath, a paralyzing sense of doom. Both can feel identical, but they're not. This matters because panic attacks misdiagnosed as asthma can lead to unnecessary medications or worse, missed opportunities for healing. Using a rescue inhaler for panic, it won't help, and it might even make you feel more out of control. On the flip side, ignoring asthma as just anxiety, also dangerous. What saved me in the end wasn't a better inhaler. It was understanding my body and what it was trying to say. Here's how to tell the difference. If there's wheezing or coughing, think asthma. If it's triggered by emotions or thoughts, consider panic. If it improves with rest and calming techniques, that can be a clue. If it gets worse with allergens or cold air, another clue. And here's a surprising twist. Beta blockers are sometimes used for both, though for very different reasons. The bottom line, when in doubt, talk to your doctor. Ask about both possibilities. Back on that trail in 1996, I wasn't just out of breath, I was out of coping strategies, out of language for what was happening to my body. I've since learned to breathe differently, physically and emotionally, to recognize fear, not just fight it, to teach others the difference so they don't grow up thinking their lungs are failing when it's actually their nervous system asking for help. If this resonated with you, or if you've ever gotten panic and asthma confused like I did all those years ago, drop a comment below. Like, share, and subscribe for more insights on the body, the brain, and how to better listen to both. Thanks for being here, and let's become more aware together, one step at a time.